What's up, peoples? TGI Friday. Just getting my peoples in. Yeah, another Friday, guys. Let's do this, man. Sportsbook Jeff E. Vega pumped up. Ready to take this to another level, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give the shout outs in a minute. Let me get these people in, man. I got y'all, man. Real talk, I got y'all. Yeah, Sportsbook Jeff in the building, E. Vega. Ready as ever. Let's get it, baby. Suge Knight in the building, my guy. What's going on, big dog? G-Man. Big game this week, baby. You already know, man. Big O in the building. What up? That's my man, Big O, man. It ain't the same without Big O, man. O been missing for a while, but I knew he was coming back, man. That's what good people do, man. Yeah, yo, Suge, you already know, baby. 2 blowouts. You know they showing up. If they don't show up, I got no respect for them. And this the Divisional foe. They better step up, baby. G-Man. I'm going to say it one more time for you, baby. Yeah, let the peoples come in, and then we going to start the message of the day. I'm going to give y'all some updates. Then I'm going to snatch up Sportsbook Jeff, and y'all know the rest. Yeah, E. Vega and DR. Representing from DR, baby. Let me take these off. Let's start the show. I got enough people. Like I said, TGI Fridays, no drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. Y'all know what it is. Message of the day. Stop telling people what they want to hear. Let me give you an example. A motherfucker want a loan, right? You know you're not in a loan situation. So don't tell them, yo, I got you next week. Don't do that. Because they going to check you on that. And then you're going to look stupid. And then you're going to hit them with, yo, I was just trying to be, no, fuck all that trying to be cool shit. Because believe me, they're going to holler at you. What you need to tell motherfuckers is, listen, I'm fighting the same war you fighting. If I'm up a little bit, I'll show you some love. But if I'm not up a little bit, I'm not lending you no money. Because you taking from me. I'm where you at. So you tell a nigga straight out. Or let me say it correct. You tell a brother straight out. I ain't got it. I can't do it. I can't. If I hit this ticket, maybe I could swing you about $50. And like I said, stop telling people what they want to hear. Let's start the show. Now York Sports, baby. TGI Fridays, y'all already know, baby. No drinking and driving, it's the fucking law. It's my man Mac 1, baby. Mac 1's coming from all sides with these beats, man. Steve Levine, I see you, baby. Yeah, we gonna have a good show. Sportsbook ready, E. Vegas ready. We about to take this shit to the top, man. Let me get out of here. All right, here we go. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York. Shout out to Price Tag Entertainment, Meg Beats, open sessions and giveaways. The more, the merrier. I keep telling y'all that. Happy birthday to my man E. Vega. Crack that 50 and change, whatever the fuck it is. And last but not least, I almost dropped my water. Go to YouTube, share, comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know the rest. Okay, let's start the show real quick. We going to the diamond. Frank Thomas, a 3-time All-Star with his hometown, the Pittsburgh Pirates, who later became the top hitter of the expansion New York Mets, died on Monday. He was 93 years old. Not Frank Thomas, the big hurt that played with Chicago White Sox. The original Frank Thomas that played with the Pirates and the Mets. Rest in peace to Frank Thomas. Other news, let's go to college football. Great news for the Wolverines. You see, I got their colors on. Jim Harbaugh will return to Michigan, just like a lot of players are coming back. So I guess they really serious about getting this national title. And Harbaugh, I'm kind of like Harbaugh. We just going to keep fighting till something pop. Like, there ain't no stopping till something pop. So Harbaugh will return for the 2023 season. He's got a 74-25 record with the Wolverines, but a 1-6 record in bowl games, which is no bueno. Let's go to the ring real quick. Mega fight between lightweight challenger Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. This fight is still in the works. It's not stamped yet. Garcia 23-0, 19 knockouts. Davis 28-0, 26 knockouts. This is very good for boxing. We got to get this match in. Real good match. I think Garcia is ready, though I think he's still going to lose this fight. But this is a real good fight. And then we got to get Spencer Crawford, because it's getting to the point where I don't even want to see them no more after next year. So boxing's got to make that happen. Other news. The Minnesota Twins did something surprising. They traded the batting title winner and Luis Arias, let me say it right, Arias, who hit .316, 8 home runs, 49 RBIs, OBP of 375 for a decent pitcher in Pablo Lopez, and 2 prospects that I got no knowledge of. Maybe my man Sportsbook does, but Jose Salas, who I heard is really good, and Byron Chourio. So Minnesota has to know about these prospects to give up a young guy that just won the batting title, which it sounds crazy, but they must know something that we don't know. Other news. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fire offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich, plus 8 other coaches leaving the staff also. Tampa Bay, Chuck Thomas, I'm sorry, Brady gone, your team is going down, unless they some way, somehow, you could go get Doug Williams or Steve the Berg, which is not happening. Other news. Dallas Mavericks, big man Christian Wood, who they got from the Houston Rockets, who's been performing with the Mavericks, is going to be out 3 weeks with a left thumb. He fractured his thumb. So they're going to evaluate him next week, but it should be about 3 to 6 weeks out. Big loss for the Mavs because Christian Wood is fitting right there. He's grabbing rebounds, and he's averaging 18.4, 8.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and he is contributing with Luka and company. Other news. Oh, my God. Chapman just signed with the Royals. Thank God. I used to love this guy one time, but, he lost the love of baseball, and now he's playing for money now because Chapman know he don't got it in him like he had it when he closed out with the Cubs and that chip and the Yankees a couple of years. He obviously is not the same. I don't want to hear he's older because he's still throwing smoke. He just lost the love for the game of baseball, and now he's playing for a contract. Raul, I see you in the building, baby. The Mets made a decent signing, getting veteran outfielder Tommy Pham, who's really, I like Pham. You get him for 6 M's. You can move him all around the outfield. Pitch hitter, pitch runner, a real good team guy. St. Louis nurtured this guy, then he went to the Rays. This is a nice small pickup for the Metropolitans. Other news. Free agent Trey Mancini agreed to a 2-year deal with the Cubs, and he can opt out after 1 year. So the Cubs, what they trying to do is put a decent product out there. But there's too many 1-year, 2-year contracts, which I'm a little confused with, but that's what they doing. Let me give you the last news here. I don't know what Vegas put in. Yeah, I'll let you know, brother. Once Sportsbook is over, then I'm going to grab you in. The Washington Commanders did something unthinkable this week. They literally built a sports book in a stadium where motherfuckers can make bets. This shit is bananas. And trust me, other stadiums and other organizations are going to tap into this great idea. I think it's a great idea. You got 50, 60,000 people, and you know for a fact about at least 60, 70% is going to be over 21. So the only thing is you only play 8, 9 games a year. So what they're going to have to do is basically let people in early on those Sundays that they do play, maybe multiple hours early for them gamblers to come, and they can take in all the wages possible to try to make up for the off weeks that they're not, playing at home. I think it's a great idea, and I think it definitely will work. All right, Sportsbook, where you at, baby? Let's get this party started, man. Let me see if I get my man in real quick. Hold up. Let me just try to add him in. Give me a minute. What's going on, Jeff?
Man, I'm pumped up, man.
I'm not. We had a nice crowd, and we just lost 20% of it. I hate when that happens. Let's gravitate them back to the show. Maybe they didn't want to hear about Chapman. Maybe they didn't want to hear about Tommy Pham. So now let's give them something that they want to hear about, Jeff. Let's start off the back, and let's talk about my man, Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens. What's the situation with Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens?
It's like, you know what? It's like that relationship, love, hate. You know what I mean? It's like 1 week they hate you, next week they love you. You know, they're coming out now, and they're like, we're 200% going to sign Lamar. They're letting Lamar have some say on the new offensive coordinator. They got rid of Roman.
That's big. That's showing them that they want him.
Well, the funny thing is, and this is some things I've learned recently about this Greg Roman. His offense was so just elementary that basically, let's say he had 2 great wide receivers. This is part of the reason why Baltimore never went out and got receivers. You can only go to one receiver, so it's like one or the other. It was like so simple. That's why Hollywood Brown wanted out. You know, they traded him out to Arizona because they can't get the stats from multiple people out of that offense. It wasn't meant to be, you know, anything but ball control. You know, a little bit at a time, 3 yards, and you know, it made it special because Lamar was running it. Right. So really, this guy was way in over his head. You know, everybody did not like him. So this is a step in the right direction for the Ravens, maybe getting back to the Super Bowl caliber.
Okay, let me ask you something, Jeff. You the GM. Do you give him 300 M's and 250 guaranteed? If yes, explain. If no, explain. And I'm going to give you my answer.
No. I did not give it to him. The reason I would not give it to him is he's injury prone. Okay? And him sitting out that playoff game when he possibly could have played.
He could have played. Told him to sit
right.
down.
I think that's, to me, somebody that's more worried about his bag than he is about his boys. And I mean, I understand you have to be worried about your family and setting your family up, but you're going to get paid one way or the other. I mean, you're going to get a bag. It's going to be more money than you have in a lifetime, whether it's the contract you want or don't want, but you don't let down your boys.
See, that's a tough one. Either or, he's going to let somebody down. And if he blows a leg out, he let himself down after that and everybody around him that makes a living through his salary. So he has to protect that, Jeff, with all means.
Well, you know what?
And Baltimore could have fixed that a while ago. Now,
don't forget, back in the day,
huh?
Back in the day, you forget that you had Jack Youngblood playing with a broken leg in the playoffs. You know?
Lamar could have played. I know he could have played. I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm saying his mom told him not to. I'm convinced. I don't know 100%, but I know. I seen him in the sideline. The guy could have played, but he's protecting the bag. And you can't be mad at him because he sat down with Baltimore on numerous occasions and they couldn't get nothing done.
Well, let me ask you this question now. Let's just say he gets the bag.
Right.
Now, I don't know, let's say, what do you think the number is out of 10? Once someone gets the bag, you're getting less than the effort you got before. You don't perform the way you did before once you get that bag.
Okay, I got an answer for that. We're going to use your man, Pujols, for example. Pujols definitely deserved the bag for the Cardinals for what he did prior. Fuck all the future shit. Yep. It's what he already did that he got underpaid for. That's
right.
Why Pujols deserved the bag. But when another team jumps in and gives that bag, they the ones that are in the most vulnerable situation because what has he done for them?
Okay.
Lamar already showed out in Baltimore. Now, he ain't winning a chip, but he fills up them seats every fucking week, dog. Every week, and produces. So Baltimore should give him the bag. Now, let's say, for example, crying out loud, should Vegas give him the bag? That's going to be a tough decision because if he gets hurt with Vegas, what has he done for them? Nothing. He's done for Baltimore. So to me, it's called paying your dues. He paid his dues already, Jeff. Now, the only thing I'm upset with him is that he want to point other dudes out and say, oh, if Watson got that money, I should get that money. No. That's where he fucked up out of my book. Forget about Watson and what Cleveland did. Worry about what you did in this franchise when you helped turn this franchise back where they belong, where Ray Lewis and them kind of had them at.
And you know what? Let me put you another way. You know, if you're really running the organization well, okay? If I'm Eric DeCosta, the GM for the Ravens, I'll tell you what I would probably do. He's going to get tagged, but I'd put the non-exclusive tag on him, and let's just see what the rest of the league thinks he's worth. Okay? You still have the right to match it or take the 2 first-round draft picks. At the same time, I'd be on the phone with Ryan Pace out in Chicago and say, hey, you got the number 1 pick in the draft. You want to take a quarterback? Is Mr. Fields available? You can get Fields for 2 more years on a rookie contract, okay, with the buttload of draft picks from the Lamar trade, okay, to rebuild your team. So is that a better way to go than to spend $250 million guaranteed?
This is the thing. This is where they kind of got him a little bit handcuffed. They know that if anybody going to give that bag, it's done because what he did prior. And another team to take on Lamar Jackson, knowing his style of play. And not only that, their offense ain't built to bring him in like the way Baltimore Ravens built their offense to best service his abilities. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the
so now let's say he go to Vegas. Let's say he go to Vegas and McDaniel just some dropping back like a regular quarterback. You know, that's not going to work for Lamar. You got to play to Lamar's strength.
Well, Lamar actually thinks that is his way. He said he ran a pro option offense at Louisville, okay, and they dummied it down when he came to the Ravens with Roman, okay. So
we all know where he's most effective at. We all know that.
Do, but I'm saying this is Lamar saying he can operate a pro offense.
Whoever picks him up better be ready to kind of run like a Mike Shanahan kind of offense with body parts moving all over, you know, the ball really, really quick. Don't have Lamar drop back like Dan Fouts and Jim Plunkett used to do. That is not going to work for Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying occasionally during the game he can't do it. Yeah, he could do it, but not consistently, Jeff. Those are not his strengths. That's like you asking Shaq O'Neal to pull up from threes. That is not his game. That's not Lamar's game to drop back. His game is to keep everything going, moving. I mean, he got plays for him where guards actually pull and he runs behind him like an actual fucking running back.
Yep.
You understand me?
I do.
But let's not overkill. I could do a whole hour of this.
But you see,
because I love Action Jackson.
But you see what I'm saying is, and it doesn't mean I don't like him either. But I'm saying if you want to be smart, you got to look at all options on the table for the Ravens. Don't be blinded by you have to sign this guy. You can rebuild your franchise off this guy and get a cheaper option because Justin Fields can win on that team. If Hundley can come close to winning, Justin Fields can definitely win. Someone very similar. So keep that in mind.
Listen, the Ravens been building something for years. They're close. I mean, they got a lot of nice young guys on defense with Crean, Roquan Smith. They building, Jeff. The offensive line's getting stronger. They got running backs that are not old. They need to sign Lamar. I hope he agrees to something like 250, 200, guaranteed. Forget about what Watson is getting. Cleveland fucked up that contract, overpaid him, and he's using that as fucking leverage. Forget about that. 250 need 200. And what else money do you need to be straight for the rest of your life? You telling me you're not happy until you make more than Deshaun Watson? You got to be fucking kidding, right?
But see, you're forgetting one thing, and his name's Joe Burrow. As long as Joe Burrow is in that division in Cincinnati, everybody else is playing for second.
Yeah, but you said it yourself. Nobody contains Joe Burrow like the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
So they could beat them. They could beat them. Now, I don't want to hear Joe Burrow, not in this conversation. And another one, yeah, but not in this one. Let's move on, Jeff. I could do this the whole show, but let's move on.
All righty.
2 big games tomorrow. 9-8, Jacksonville Jaguars at 14-3, Kansas City Chiefs. Jaguars are 4-5 on the road. The Chiefs are 7-1 at home. The line is -8.5, 9.5, wherever you get it at. I'm running with the 8.5. Totals is 52.5, 53. Just tell me what the Jaguars have to do to win this game.
Well, what they have to do, if they can do it, are two different things. But Jacksonville is number 32, which is dead last in the NFL, defending the tight end. Last time I checked, the best tight end in the league plays for Kansas City and Mr. Kelsey. So Kelsey might go for 3 touchdowns, 150 yards on 10 catches tomorrow. I mean, if they can't stop Kelsey, if they worry about Kelsey, it opens everything else up. Right. So I mean, I just think that, you know, that's really going to be a key, limiting the running yards, but then obviously the passing game, you got to stop Kelsey because you have to stop the tight end all year long.
That's a great point. I think, first of all, Sunshine's got to stay away from He can't do what he did against the Chargers. That would not work with the Chiefs. No way, no how. I understand they come from behind. That's been kind of a little thing coming back 3 or 4 times. It's not going to happen with the Chiefs. The Chiefs, no. Andy Reid, you know and I know Andy Reid's going to keep his foot on the pedal. So you do not want to play that chase shit over there. You want to go over there, set the tone, get up 7-0, and play some fucking defense.
And I'll take it a step further. The reason why the last 4 championship games have been in Kansas City is that here you had Kansas City as a 1 or 2 seed. They've gotten the bye. And what is Andy Reid after the bye? It's called money. That's
through the roof.
Right. So, I mean, you got Andy Reid again on a bye week.
Right. But we go on what Jacksonville has to do. Okay, I told you what they got to do. You said stop Kelsey. Now we could go real quick what Kelsey and the Chiefs have to do. Let's speed it up because we got 4 of these we're going to do. So let's speed it up.
Real quick to Kansas City, I think keep working on your running game. You may not need it this week, but you're going to need it next week.
Right.
Against Cincinnati or Buffalo. So if I'm Kansas City, I'm looking to try to put 150 yards running up on the board and get that running game up to full speed going into next week. So I want to see a running game and then, again, stopping the run and making Lawrence one-dimensional. So running the football, stopping the run.
Shit. I can see that defensively. I definitely can see that. Offensively, I just seen some video today, Jeff. When you went to sleep, I went and watched me some KC playoff. I mean, they just take it to another level, Jeff. And you're gonna laugh when I give you my prop bet because I switched it because of it. As long as Kansas City statements stay free, they win in this game. That ain't nothing to talk about. Mahomes the best quarterback in the game. I think Jacksonville could keep it close maybe for about 2-3 quarters, maybe 3. I know for 2. And I just think the experience, Andy Reid at home, Arrowhead Stadium, Mahomes pumped up that week off. You collaborate all that shit together. KC moves on.
Well,
bottom line.
I think the only thing is, and I agree with you, but one stat to throw out there is Mr. Lawrence is 36-0 on Saturday.
Yeah, you got to throw that out there. That gives them a lot of hope, Jeff.
That gives them a fighting chance.
Yeah, that gives them. But I'm gonna tell you as your boy, don't invest nothing. Let's go to game 2, Jeff. 9-7-1 New York Football Giants versus the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles. Giants 4-4 on the road. Eagles 7-2 at home. The line is 7.5 for the Eagles. Kind of steep, but it was because they basically blew out the Giants for a game and a half. And then they put the subs in the second game, and the Giants made a comeback with the subs, which me and you already see through that. Hurts and them blew them out 2 games, basically.
Yep.
7.5 totals is 48. What do the G-men got to do to win this game?
Well, you gotta be in the game at halftime. I mean, the first 2 games they played, I mean, they've been out of it before they even, got started. So, I mean, the game was over at halftime, both games. So, I mean, if the Giants have any intention of hanging around in this game, you're going to have to play the first half. You got to give it the score game at halftime.
I want to see a Daniel Jones sighting like I did in Minnesota. I don't want to see some now you see me, now you don't, kind of like Dak Prescott in Washington and then what he did in Tampa Bay.
I think Philadelphia's got too much team speed for Jones to do the same thing. What you need to see out of Jones is
no, but I'm not saying to see the same
six.
thing, but I want to see him make these important third down throws, third down runs, make great decisions. I know the numbers ain't gonna be the same, but I'm hoping that he can have a good game for the G-man. Is what I'm saying.
Well, actually, to me, the key guy in the game isn't even Daniel Jones. It's Barkley. I mean, Barkley's your thoroughbred, okay? Ride that thoroughbred, okay?
Yeah, but if Jones moves the ball, Jeff, and can fling it, that'll open up a little bit for Barkley. But if he's not hitting nobody, they're gonna stack the box. And Philly's line in the trenches, they're as big as they fucking come. Barkley ain't gonna have no alleys to hit. But if he can throw the ball, a little play action and then hit Barkley here, then you can see him to open a little of that stuff up. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
either way, it's going to be a tough game for the New York Football Giants.
The Giants have got to throw in non-throwing downs, okay? Early, first, second down.
Yeah, flip it.
That's one thing they're going to need to do. Defensively, okay? I'd find out right away. Let's see how healthy Hurts really is. I mean, the last time they played at the end of the regular season, he wasn't running too well. I think I'd get after him with blitzes. I'd run blitz, and also I would blitz after him.
I want to see Thibodeau out there. I want to see Thibodeau out there all over him, man.
Right. So
that kid Thibodeau's a freak.
Make him get the ball out of his hand earlier than he wants to. Hurts has gotten the ball out quick this year, but he's been known in the past for taking too much time. So let's play press coverage. Let's get after him, and let's see if we get a turnover early in that game.
You got to stack the box because the first 2 games, Hurts in that line was able to do whatever they wanted. If the Giants play that same, hold on, let me get a word. If the Giants play that same kind of defense, they going home immediately. I want to see 6, 7 on the box, man coverage. See where that shoulder's at. Let's see if he can make them throws he was making all year with that shoulder. And if he does, you got to take the good with the bad. But I'd rather they go that way than let them run it down their throat with Samuels and Hurts and whoever else they got in the backfield.
Gainwell and everybody else. Yeah, your key point, I was going to make the same point, is whatever you've done the first 2 games, I'd take both those game plans and throw them in the trash. You need one
exactly. Let's move on because we got 2 Sunday games. Where I put that paper. Give me 1 minute. We're going to start off with the 12-4 Cincinnati Bengals versus the 13-3 Buffalo Bills. Bengals 6-3 on the road. Great record on the road. Bills 7-1 at home. The line moved up to 5.5. We know why. They betting the Bills and the offensive linemen. Totals is 48. Real fast. What do the Bengals need to win this game?
The Bengals just need to be the Bengals. I mean, to me, the second half of the season, I mean, you could debate whether it's the 49ers or Cincinnati, who the best team in the NFL is. I mean, ever since they started off 0-2, Cincinnati to me has been the best team in the NFL. I'd put them over the 49ers based on who they beat.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that Cincinnati's coming with a big chip on their shoulder here. As we've talked about last week, how they got screwed by the league with this whole situation. They're going to put a neutral site between Kansas City and Buffalo. The same thing should have been done here, and it wasn't. Okay, so they're going in with a big chip. They talked about 50,000 seats being sold down in Atlanta already. I know Joe Mixon's been out in the media. I mean, he's pissed. And if you watched the game last week in the playoff, when he scored the first touchdown, you notice his celebration in the end zone. He flipped a coin and then kicked it to
Wow.
say "F you" to the NFL. I don't think anybody else caught that.
Right.
But
It is a bad thing that happened to the Cincinnati Bengals. Me and you spoke about it numerous times. Me, real quick, we know Cincinnati can play with everybody. We sat down and see them face great running teams, great teams that could put a rush on them. Joe Burrow and company seem to find out how to win these fucking games, whatever it is you throw at them. But when you're losing 3 key offensive linemen, Jeff, you've seen what Chiefs against the Buccaneers when their front line was fucked up. You've seen what happened. The trenches is huge. I'm not saying for this game here, they might be able to escape this game because Buffalo is they got good
Von Miller.
defense, not your top defense, is what I'm saying. So they might be able to get through if they could get time for Burrow. But next week, it's going to be almost impossible, especially if KC move on to stop those big guys that KC got in the front line at Arrowhead. But I'm just saying, Cincinnati, like you said, do what they got to do. They got to give them time and they could win. Buffalo, let's just say quick, just score touchdowns, play good defense.
Don't turn the ball over Josh Allen.
Huh?
Josh Allen, you can't turn the ball over this week. You want to win.
There you go. Now let's go our last game, the one you really want to talk about. 12-5 Dallas Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys versus the 13-4 San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys 4-4 on the road, 9-6-1 at home. The line is -4. Frisco -3.5, wherever you shop it at. 46.5. What do them boys got to do to win this game, Jeff?
Well, there's a couple things. I mean, congratulations, you broke your 25 or 30-year-old non-winning streak on the road to the playoffs. So now you get to do it again. So let's see if you can. But it's going to be a great matchup. I'll tell you one thing when you play the 49ers, okay, the teams that beat the 49ers are the ones that can get out there and get in their face the way they get in your face. So physicality, defensively, and on that offensive line are very key for Dallas. You've got to match that intensity of San Francisco, okay? Second of all, okay, I think that Dallas has to be able to run the ball effectively against this team. Even if it's 3 yards a carry, you can't get away from the running game in this game, okay?
No, not with 2 decent running backs.
You can't.
But it's all going to depend if Prescott can hit those real quick passes. Because like I said, 49ers more than anybody, if they could predict what you're doing, game over.
But this is a revenge game now.
Say about my team. 2 things I'm going to say. One of them you bring up to me. I like the revenge factor from last year's playoff game. And if you watch that game, San Francisco totally outplayed the Cowboys. And the Cowboys had 2 drives late to actually win the game.
They did.
Kind of scary knowing that you got totally outplayed and the Cowboys still could have won that game.
Yep.
I got a future with Frisco. Cowboys, my team. I don't know what to do right now, man. I mean, I know I want the money, but then I got my team. I'm just hoping for a real good game, and whatever happens at the end, Jeff, happens at the end, man. And for what Frisco got to do real fast, we got about 5-6 minutes to win this game. Because I'm gonna talk about something else real quick, so make this quick.
I think the key for San Francisco is their offensive line. I mean, you got a rookie quarterback back there, okay, who's now got 1 playoff game under his belt. But he hasn't seen a team the entire season like this Dallas defense. The offensive line for San Francisco to win this game, that offensive line is going to play a very key role, okay, and making sure that they give him enough time to make the plays he needs to make back there. Because I'll tell you what, if I'm Dallas, I'm bringing everything to the kitchen sink.
You're right. You got to put that kid, you got to see what this kid is about. He's too comfortable back there. Now, one team made him uncomfortable. Do Dallas
Nope.
got the talent too? Oh, yes, they do. They got to unleash Parsons. Lawrence, unleash those motherfuckers. Like I said, if he makes the throws like Jalen Hurts, then you live with it. But you don't let that young boy dictate what's going on the field.
Nope.
You understand me? And for Frisco to win, do what you've been doing. Run the rock, move the chains, get Kittle in the game. You know Ayuk and Debo going to do what they do. You know C-Mac's going to do what he do. But you got to get Kittles in the game. Very big possession, third down, tight end that moves those chains, and it kills the defense every time. That 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and you move the chain, and then you beat them up physically on the trenches. That's what I think Frisco got.
The last thing I'm going to say, and the reason why I like Dallas straight up in this game, I told you why. Dan Quinn's auditioning for a head coaching job right here. And I'm going to tell you something. Dan Quinn, having played in Seattle, knows these guys. He's done it in Atlanta. He's got to come up with a defense where that pressure is coming from a different angle than what they're used to seeing it. If you need to blitz that corner or that safety or, take that chance, you got to do it in this game. And, the guy to take away, we talked about who should they take away. I thought about this. It's really McCaffrey. He gets too many touches. So you got to limit McCaffrey's touches. Debo's going to get his. Ty going to get his. But you know what? McCaffrey's touched that ball 25, 30 times. You got to get that down to 15, 20.
There you go.
Reduce it.
There you go. Quinn's very extraordinary. Those who don't know Quinn, he led the Legion of Boom's defense into a championship, and they went to actually 2 Super Bowls, and Quinn was the one dialing it up for that defense. I mean, they had great players, but he was pushing buttons, and he needs to push the buttons now for the Dallas Cowboys if they want to move on. Jeff, real quick, 3 minutes. I'll give you the opportunity. I'm going to talk about my New York Knicks. I was going to bring the Dub Nation, but we did that already. If you're the New York Knicks brass, they almost a playoff team now. Do you make trades to get in the playoffs, or you just keep rebuilding with what you got?
They're what you call out the Bermuda Triangle. I mean, they're damn they do, damn they don't. I mean, I don't know if they got enough talent to trade for a top-end talent, but they still don't have that superstar.
But the bodies, draft picks, Jeff. You get an unhappy guy somewhere, they could get that guy like Brandon Beal. There's guys out there that with enough pieces they could pick him up.
The problem is that they play just well enough to make a playoff. They play just bad enough to get a bad draft pick in the middle. They're just in middling. I mean, make a decision, go for it, or break it down. Because
Facts.
I mean, you're going to be the same team for another 2 centuries. You know what I'm saying?
No,
decades.
I think we on the improving stages. I just hope we could get Dolan out that fucking seat, man. I mean, that guy's just, he wants to be miserable, that guy, man. And he don't care what nobody think. That we could get Dolan to sell. I mean, now we're making changes. We're drafting better. We're looking better. But I don't think it's going to hit around the corner with Dolan's what I'm saying. And
well, bad ownership, bad coaching, bad team. And I mean, it filters down, and that's why I think you're seeing I forget what team it was that fired everybody. The Cardinals. Cardinals fired everybody out in Arizona. They realized the whole thing's bad. I'm putting Kyler Murray on alert. Because I'll tell you what, someone comes in there.
We got 1 minute. I know you can do this all day with me, brother. Stand by in case I can't get my man in, and I'll snatch you back up. Rob Mookie likes the Cowboys 34-20. That sounds kind of crazy. Jeff, great job as always. Stay on standby. E. Vega, wherever you at, let's go. Punch me out, Big Jeff. Let's get Vega in the building. Let me see. I don't see him, so he's going to have to dial it up because I don't see his name over here. E. Vega. Okay, E. Vega, where you at? Let me see if I can snatch him up from the joint. Vega, I'm waiting on you, man. I hope you ain't zipping and you forgot, man. Told you about that drinking on the job, dog. Let me try to bring him in like that. Get Mr. Potato Head in here.
We're here. We're here.
What's up, Mr. Potato Head?
We made it.
What I told you about drinking on the job, man?
Flying through the streets. Flying through the streets through the moped like a Initial 1000 Kawasaki.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
We gotta run quick. You know, time is limited.
No doubt, no doubt.
But I got you on. I got you. I know you want to talk about Debo and Frisco, but before we go there, let's talk about Carlos Correa and them 3 fucking contracts and him gassing the New York Mets, thinking they was gonna go win a championship with Carlos Correa.
He had me gassed up. I don't know what the fuck's going on in his mind, playing with organizations, especially mine, the Mets. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I can't respect what the fuck he was doing.
It's
like,
not,
for real. Like,
it's not him. It's the physical, the x-rays. They seeing something in his ankle. It's not him. It's not like he lying to motherfuckers. They seeing something he don't even see.
But someone like himself, he should have known that way before making everybody think he's gonna show up.
But
you know
don't
what I'm saying?
he that got injured many years ago. He's been proving that he's good.
No, definitely. I'm not saying he's not a producer, but stop playing with everybody's emotions, especially the Met fans. Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You want to go your way? Minnesota ain't winning anything no time soon. So I'm not even worried about it. But you
trying
play
to get the bag, though. He's just trying to get that bag.
I guess he's tired of getting chips. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Fuck him. He want to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Next time when he decides to, let's say, come out that contract, you know what I'm saying, and go somewhere else, nah, teams are going to think twice of fucking with your ass because you made everybody else look bad. The Giants.
Well, already signed 6 years. That he'll probably have 2-3 years after that.
Bro,
so he did what he had to do. I just felt the Mets was the best situation for him.
He only had like $1 billion contract off 3 teams, but never signed. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? You know what? You ain't winning shit. Go ahead and grab the bag. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Mets, I don't know what they're gonna do now. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trouble. For me, personally, fuck all the pitching in the world. They ain't trouble. But
let me get a word. Let the liquor slow down a little bit. Let me get a word real quick. Let the liquor to chill. I had motherfuckers inboxing me. Yo, Al, what do you think about Correa coming to the Mets?
I was hyped.
Dog. He had motherfuckers is emotional right now. Motherfuckers is emotional because Correa is definitely a good enough player to get you over the top, especially with the Mets picking up all these pitches right now. And hold that liquor. I told you, hold that liquor. All they need is an offensive force like a Carlos Correa, who can hit for average, hit home runs, big hits, bat up from 2 to 6 in the lineup. The guy can stick. You know that. I know that. And when you took that away, now you got that offense looking worse than last year because they lost a few pieces.
There's no changes. There's no change.
Hold up. Let's go on to the Mets. We got a couple minutes. Do the Mets got enough to win a chip? Hold up. You picked up Verlander, Adam Ottavino, Jose Quintana, who's a decent starter, Kendai Senga, that Japanese guy that's supposed to be like Hideo Nomo or some shit, David Robinson, and DH Darren Ruff. Can the Mets make noise with this, or they doomed like they were last year?
Nah, Atlanta's still the team to beat, no matter what the fuck the Mets try to do. You ain't improved that hitting lineup. You ain't do shit. You can talk about all the pitching in the world. When you signed Matt Scherzer, that was talking crazy about Scherzer and DeGrom being the 1-2 best punch in the league. And then ain't shit happened. So I'm not a believer. Let's go Braves. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel until the Mets make fucking moves with that fucking hitting lineup. Because after Lindor and after fucking Polar Bear, I don't want to hear fucking McNeil but won a batting title. What, batting 8th? He would have batted 3rd, batted 2nd. Show me something with pressure on you. Batting 8th is like fucking sitting back in a contour chair watching Sunday football, NFL fucking ticket. Relax. You know what I'm saying? No pressure.
I take it there, but I get what you're saying. Put them where it counts. Put them in the top 3, top 4, and then tell me something.
They had 2 downfalls last year. When they was up 10 games plus, then they fell down. Atlanta brought it down to a half a game, whatever.
Which I told you. I told you Atlanta was going to make that
then
run.
They went to Atlanta, and they sold out with the so-called best 1-2 punch, the Grom and Scherzer.
Yo, they
didn't hit. They didn't hit.
Yo, they laid an egg over there. They went over there and froze, my dude.
And then the wild card, which I don't consider fucking playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you fucking lead the division all fucking season, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do nothing in the wild card either. And they had the home field advantage. So, I don't understand.
Yo, home field advantage is an understatement. They play every game at home. Home field advantage is if you got 2 out of 3 and you play 2-2-1. They played all 3 games at home and lost, dog.
But Correa was a big run producer. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck was on his mind. But that motherfucker right there, delusional, thinking he gonna win something in fucking in Minnesota. He ain't winning the fucking goddamn thing.
Freeze. We gonna go Debo, San Francisco Cowboys, 4 minutes. This is what you wanted. Talk to us.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like, I'll give you a quick example. If you look at the time when motherfucking Latrell Sprewell first season as a New York Knicks in the playoffs against the Miami Heat, if you look at those last 5, 6, 7 seconds, last fucking possession for the Knicks, if it wasn't for Miami knocking out the ball, Allen Houston would have never had what they call was the shot. Because motherfucking Sprewell, before that fucking so-called shot, that motherfucker was taking the last shot for them. Okay.
What that got to do with San Francisco, motherfucker?
Okay, now the catch. Dwight Clark catching it against motherfucking Dallas Cowboys back in the 80s. All right? People don't realize if Freddie Solomon, which that play was drawn for, doesn't slip during that play, there will never be the catch. So, yeah, Frisco and Dallas, we got much history. But fast forward to 2023, where you got Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, etc. The list goes on with Kerry Kittles and the boys. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a serious game to be played.
Basketball, but I know who you're talking about, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a serious motherfucking game to watch and enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, all I'm telling you, if you think Dallas is going to go, hold up. If you think the Cowboys are going over there and look like the Cowboys that went to Washington, that's not happening.
All I know is
they going over there with their guns blazing. Listen, I got Frisco in the future. You know that. But Cowboys going over there guns blazing, my dude. I'm letting you know right now.
They got no choice. But like I'll ask you, who's more important to win this game, Frisco or Dallas? Because the pressure's on Dallas, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
So, you know, Frisco can get away with that rookie quarterback. Cowboys can't get away. If that's what I'm saying, if they play a good game, I think they can keep this team. But if they get blown out in Frisco, there's going to be a lot of furniture moving. A lot of furniture moving.
I think if Frisco pulls away in this game where they score a lot of points, that's going to happen in the second half. I think personally, Frisco keeps it close, like defense, shutting shit down the way they should. And I believe Dallas plays defense to the point where we're like, yo, offense, we're here to play. So we're giving you our chance to step up. And you know what I'm saying? But I believe 1 or 2 turnovers, especially interceptions by Prescott, that fucks up his whole head. And that's where I believe second half, third quarter.
I think he's going to fuck it up. You know why? Dak played exclusively last week. Exclusively. Play hard.
And that was a good game.
No, not a good game. He played exclusively. That's not a good game. A good game is 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 300 yards. He had like 3 touchdowns, no picks. He hit every fucking pass that he had to. He ran for a touchdown. He played exclusively. I think that he turns the ball over tomorrow. I think a good pick, a good prop pick, is that he's going to throw an interception.
I mean, you're playing in Dallas, you're playing in San Fran, you're playing against #1 defense. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you're expecting that. but you need him to play like he played last week
There
against
you
Brady.
go.
Can he do it? Who knows? But that's what you got to play, flawless. You got to play flawless football against that defense.
Exactly.
Playing the same.
Vega, thank you. Wish I had more time, dog. This
No.
goes quick, but this how we keep it.
Listen.
You know why? I'd rather give an hour of hunt and keep motherfuckers hungry than do 2 hours and then motherfuckers start leaving.
Whether it's 5, 10, 15, half hour, no matter how much time I get, it's the point I got the time. And that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's the appreciation to you and the fans.
We want you once a month here, so don't be missing for 6 months.
And you already know it's birthday weekend.
Dog, you don't even know what I have to do to find you, dog. I have to pay off child support to go look for your ass. I had child support find your ass in Dominica.
Sunday.
Because your ass is MIA, dog.
Sunday's the official 51 years old, so you already know.
Happy
we got
birthday,
less than 48 for 50.
baby. You heard me in the beginning. I know you heard me.
No, I know. I
Happy
heard that.
birthday again, yo. Don't drink and driving. I know you in DR. It's sweet over there. Don't get in the car and think you can drive.
Nah, it's moped, it's motorcycle.
Yo, punch me out, baby.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, my brother.
Love
That's
you.
E Vega, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah, let me get let's start this now. You know what? Let me give y'all the free picks. Okay, free picks. We're gonna go Sportsbook Jeff. First game tomorrow, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. He likes over 52.5. Jeff likes the over 52.5. Pick number 2 for Sportsbook Jeff. He likes the G-Man. First half, plus 4.5. Remember, not the game. First half of the game, plus 4.5. And last but not least, on Sunday night, he's running with my Dallas Cowboys at plus 4 versus the Frisco Niners. So those are his 3 picks. I will repeat them after I give you mine. I'm going to start off with a prop bet. Y'all know it's a prop bet. That's an individual bet. I had to do this because it's not enough games. I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns tomorrow. I did exclusive work on his last 3-4 playoff games, going to last year and before. This guy got like 9 touchdowns in the last 2 games. All he needs to do is give us 3. I was going to take Sunshine, but I'd rather do Mahomes because I think Mahomes could clear 2 early, and then we got to hope we get 1 late. That's the first one. It's paying plus money at plus 115. Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns. 6-point teaser. I like bringing the Chiefs from 8.5 down to 2.5. Back end of that teaser, we taking the G-Man, the totals from 48. We're going to lift it to 48.5, 48, whatever you got, 48.5. Lift it to 54.5, and we going under. So we got Chiefs minus 2.5, G-Man Eagles under 54.5. My second teaser, 6-point teaser, we're going to bring the Cincinnati Bengals from plus 5.5. We're going to shift them up to plus 11.5. Back end of that ticket, the Cowboys from plus 4 to plus 10. For some reason, I think it's going to be under a touchdown game. I hope I'm right. I hope it's a great game, a close game. So let me give you all these picks before we do the giveaways. Niners plus 4 for Jeff. G-Man plus 4.5 first half for the G-Man versus the Eagles. Chiefs over 52.5. Me, Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns. Prop bet. Look under prop bet. Player props. 6-point teaser. Chiefs minus 2.5. G-Man under 54.5. Other teaser, you got the Bengals to plus 11.5 and the Cowboys to plus 10. Those are your free picks. Do what you got to do. Cash out. And I hope all of you guys make money. And now we're going to start our giveaway, guys. Good luck to everybody. round 3, guys. Round 3. Sportsbook Jeff is winning with 9 wins. Tapia got 6. Closing in quickly. Tap got like 3 wins in the last 2 weeks. He said it ain't over till the fat lady say. Giveaway 1, let's go 1 through 20. Let the best person win. Great job, guys. Sportsbook Jeff, E. Vega. Big day tomorrow. Divisional playoffs. It doesn't get better for football right now. Now you get the best playing the best. And you get quality football. Last week, a lot of funny shit. Should be very good football tomorrow. Giveaway 1, round 3. Best person wins. One ball we looking for. Just one ball, not 2, 1. Here we go. Let me marinate these bad boys. Make sure every ball is marinated equally. All right, here we go. 1 ball, not 2, 1 ball. Here we go. We got a winner, goddammit. We got a winner. Let me move this back. I know you see it. Because I see it. Give away 1 winner. Number 9. Number 9. That's the Philly kid, baby. The Philly kid is back, baby. Douglas Bender, the Philly kid. Number 9, your winner for giveaway 1. Don't go nowhere, guys. We got the summary right after this last giveaway 2. Congratulations to the Philly kid. Been a minute since he won. (21 through 40). 21 through 40. Giveaway 2, round 3. Let the best person win. Can't wait for tomorrow, baby. I love to play on football. You know, basketball and all that is cool. Baseball is cool. Ain't nothing like no football, man. Okay, here we go. 21 through 40. Let me line it up. Let me marinate these bad boys. Here we go. Keep your heads up, y'all. Anybody can win this shit. As long as you in it, you can win it. If you're not in it, you can't win it. I love shipping shit out to you guys. I swear to God. Here we go. 1 ball. Not 2. 1 ball, no bueno. 1 ball. Summary coming right out. Here we go. Nope. No boards came out. Let's marinate again. I thought I had a ball in the socket. I guess I did it. Here we go. We got a winner. We got a winner, baby. 1 ball only. Here we go. 35. 35. 35 is my man Scotty Jones. He played every week since day 1, and this is his 2nd win. Salute to my boy Scotty Jones, baby. Let me come back with the summary, and we ready to go. So we finally got some winners. Quite frankly, have not been winning. Let me keep it all the way 100, man. But this is what
why I tell y'all, you got to be in it to win it. Anybody can win at any given moment. And Philly kid who's won numerous times, but he hasn't won in a while. Scotty Jones finally came through. Salute to Scotty Jones, a real good dude. I used to work with him. He just plays to support me. He don't even care if he wins. I'm going to keep it 100. He does it to support because he's one of those guys that believe in, you know, if you have a friend and you want them to win, you support them to win. And Scotty always plays about a number or two. It don't matter. He does it more for me than to win. Let me kick it to y'all real quick. Great show today. Sportsbook Jeff covered Lamar Jackson. We actually cover Lamar Jackson. Hopefully Baltimore Ravens could cut that deal with him and put this all to an end. Give that man some money. You don't have to give him the most money, but be right around where everybody else is at. The guy deserves it. We covered the divisional playoff matchups all weekend. And basically just, breaking stuff down, the free plays, etc. E. Vega came in, touched in on Carlos Correa, stealing money, 3 contracts. I don't think I ever seen that in my life. And we talked about, the Cowboys and the Frisco Niners. That's why they got it the last game on Sunday. That thing's going to be a wall out there. As long as my team can give their best effort and Dak don't throw the game away. If Dak's throwing picks early in the game, kind of like what Sunshine did against the Chargers, they don't. You do not want to give Frisco no extra opportunity. These guys are the hardest hitting team in the game on both sides of the field. I got a feeling they're going to make Purdy uncomfortable. This is why we're going to have a good game. I like the young boy Purdy. And Frisco deserve for this guy to come out of nowhere because that Trey Lance whole situation, that shit blew up in their face. They moved up for Lance. Lance hasn't done anything. So they really botched that pick. But getting this, this guy coming out of nowhere, Purdy, to deliver like he's delivering, especially if he delivers this week, that kind of spells Trey Lance there. Kind of like the Yankees. Yankees always got a guy we always overpaid, like, Carl Pavano and all these guys that we are Blackjack McDowell. And then we get a guy out of nowhere that has a career year, Aaron Smalls of the world, guys that just, El Duque, guys that you give pennies and blow up, and the guys you gave money to ain't do shit. So Purdy's definitely spelling Trey Lance, and hopefully he could deliver this week for the Niners because it's going to be a war in Frisco. And with that, I'm Al York Sports, the raw truth. Thank you for joining my open sessions and giveaways. No drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. Love you, man. Enjoy the playoffs. Capitalize on me and Jeff's free picks. Take what you like. Use it as a tool. Do what you got to do. And also salute to my man, Jay Nip, that I work with. Good dude, Nip. Keep following. Listen to my, gambling one-on-ones, and I'm going to make your game stronger. I promise you. Stay up, y'all. Much love.